This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
We're back to the continuation of the story from minutes ago.
If you missed any,
Catch it on the Morning X podcast. This is the best of the Morning X with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
Good morning.
You caught her cheating how?
So I said I got suspicious of it, and I started following her, and I started doing things, and she was seeing this one gentleman all the time. I said, all right, this is going to get fun. And I had a little fun with it because I borrowed my best friend's handgun, and I put it in the closet, and she didn't know. So I told her that I was going out of town for a district meeting for all the store managers.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, okay, no problem. She says, when are you coming back? I said, I'll be Sunday night. And I said, this was Friday. And she says, okay, no problem. I said, you be good, and I'll see you Sunday night. I'll call you from the hotel.
The setup.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, set up. So I called her. I went to a hotel that night,
Yep.
and I called her from that hotel because we have caller ID. And the caller ID didn't show the area code at the time. This was when it first came out. And I said, hey, I'm here. I'm safe. Everything's fine. I'll talk to you later. Caller ID shows the Hilton was where I was sleeping.
Gotcha.
Saturday night, I park outside our complex where the apartment was. And I sit there and I just sat and wait. So for about 2 hours, nothing happened. All of a sudden, these two cars show up, go into the driveway, and or into the parking spaces where it's right in front of my apartment. And these two guys get out and go inside my apartment. And I went, interesting. Things that make you go,
These two guys?
Two guys. So I waited for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and I said, time for me to go inside.
Ooh.
I walked inside, and I walked in on both of them on her, and I just walked right past them. I said, don't bother stopping. I said, I just need to get my handgun real quick.
They had to stop.
Man.
Before I was done getting the handgun down, the apartment was empty, including her.
They ran out naked?
They ran out. No, they had their clothes on. They ran out naked. Or they didn't have their clothes on, but they had them in their hand. But they ran out, balls to the wind.
And what did you do?
Oh, I just waited for her to come back, which was about an hour later. And she said, you were supposed to be out of town. I said, you were supposed to be...
It's his fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she says, you're supposed to be out of town. I said, you're supposed to be a faithful fiancé.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, well, we've got problems. I said, you damn right we do.
Oh, man. Thanks for the story, John.
Thanks, guys.
Man, that was making me nervous just hearing it. Doris?
How many people, having listened to some of these stories, are now thinking twice about their husband's business trip over the weekend?
Where was he?
Certain receipts. Was he really out at dinner with clients?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Doris.
Hello?
Tell us.
Okay, I found right after my son was born, my husband called me and had left his briefcase. And I grew up with a mother who always checked up on us and went through our stuff. And I always said, never go through it. He called me one day from the office and he said, I left my briefcase at home. Can you go through there and get this file and read this information for me? And I said, I really think you just need to come home and get it. And he's like, no, it's no big deal. It's just my briefcase. We're married. I said, fine. So I go through there. Halfway through, I'm digging through going, I really don't like this. What does it look like? I don't want to go through all this stuff. All of a sudden, he stops. He's like, never mind. I'm coming home. Well, I had just found in his briefcase a picture of this girl naked wearing nothing but hose, like garters and hose, in her house. And it was in his briefcase. And
In
I was
her
like,
house?
Her house, yeah. Or a house, I guess.
Okay.
I can't say it's hers, but in somebody's house. You could tell with the furniture and the carpet and stuff in the background. And I was like, never mind. I just found what you wanted me, didn't want me to see. And, of course, he's like, oh, it's not what you think and all of this, denied it and stuff. By the
Did you know
time
the
he
girl?
got home, I was already packed, and he had convinced me to stay. And then a year later, still denying all of this, he tells me that he had slept with somebody like 2 weeks before we got married. But he still won't admit when we were married.
And that's who it was? That was the girl he slept with?
No, that was somebody else. That was somebody else.
Did he ever admit to cheating?
No, he still denies it. And I told him, I was like, I know you did. So you might as well just tell me so I can get on with my life. And he still denies it, but...
Well, who was the picture of?
He won't tell me.
You just happen
He
to have
said,
Just happen to have it.
here's the story that goes behind the picture. Tell me if you believe it. He says that he found it propped up in his hotel room.
it was just sitting there.
Yeah, it was just sitting there. You know, like a maid would lose it. And I was like, well, why didn't you throw it away? And he claims that he didn't think it was a woman. He thought it was a man. Well, men don't have boobs, first of all.
That
well,
was a
if
man.
they take pills, I guess they do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was going to show it to
Well,
you
I
to
mean, this one
verify.
has curves. I still have the picture.
Oh, so you guys aren't together,
No, we are together.
Well, naturally, they're still together.
but you still
No,
have the picture.
I mean, it took a long time.
They're still
but yeah, we are
together.
still together. But
saying.
I still have the picture. Just, you know, I just kept it as just in case.
Just in case.
And
This is
he
crazy.
claims that he was taking the picture back to show it to the guys he works with because he thought they'd think it was funny.
He thought it was a man.
Yeah, that's what he thought. But, I mean, you know, men don't have curves and a thin waist, and it's obviously a woman.
You know, it's very easy to say, and for some people it is very, like for Barnes, obviously it's very easy to say, if my spouse was cheating, that's it, boom, it's
You know
over,
what?
done. Hang on, I know that's a real easy thing to say, but I
Mm-hmm.
can also see how if you've invested, let's say, 2, 5, 10 years of your life with someone, it's not that easy to just throw it out.
Well,
like that.
that's it
So,
exactly.
now-
I always said, that's it, man. One cheat and you
Right.
are history. And he
Right.
knew it from the time we got married, which was probably why he never told me about the one right before we got married.
Right, now I can understand.
And, I mean, I have 3 kids with the man, and it would just break their hearts
Right.
if I left him. I mean, you know, he's a good daddy to them, and he's pretty decent to me and stuff, you know. But he knows. I'm like, you got your freebie.
He's pretty decent and stuff
I
when
mean,
he
as a
screws
matter
other
of fact, I
women.
consider those 2 strikes. I'm like, a third, you're out, and I will tell the kids why.
Thanks, Doris.
This,
Thanks.
Thank you. Line 3's
Thank
been
you.
on for quite some
Yep.
time.
Ann,
Yes.
hello.
Hello there.
You caught him cheating. How?
Well, I had a 4-month-old baby, our child together. I was taking him in for his 4-month checkup at the pediatrician. My girlfriend had gone with me. We're sitting there. I noticed this girl across the room. She looked very familiar. So we start talking, and we remembered each other from high school. And we're just sitting there talking, and she's telling me how cute the baby is and everything, and asking me his name, and I told her. Anyway, they called our name, and she said, "Oh, you're married to so-and-so," and I was like, "Yeah," and she goes, "Wow, my sister dates him."
Ooh. Like currently.
Yeah, I was like, "What do you mean she dates him?" I said, "I'm his wife."
That's when your heart just went down to the floor.
Oh my gosh, I was
Shocked.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Well, I'm standing there. The nurse is standing there calling me into the back, and I'm standing there wanting to get more information from this girl. And so I'm just standing there, and I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean they're dating? You mean they used to date? She goes, no, he was just over there yesterday.
Man, I'll tell you. And you know, I got to tell you, people, this is a small town.
No, absolutely. It's
This
a small
is a
town.
small town.
Of course it is.
That's not the end of it. So anyway, I go, after all this, I get all this information, I go home. He comes home, and I totally, I bust him, I ask him about it. And he admits it to me and apologizes and just, I'm so sorry, I love you, and I want us to have a good family together, and da-da-da-da. So I thought everything was over with. We had another child together, and when I was pregnant with our other child, we had this big argument, big falling out or whatever, and we were separated for like 2 weeks, and here I was like 8 months pregnant. Obviously we weren't going to stay in that situation. So we got back together, had the other child. We even had more children. A few years later, I'm sitting at home. I'd kind of forgiven him. He had cheated on me several more times after this, but I kept staying with him, trying to work it out. I get this phone call. This girl says, hi, may I please speak with William? And I was like, well, he's not in. Can I take a message? Because he had his own decorating business. She tells me her name, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking she's someone else. I was like, could I just, would you like to leave a message, what this is pertaining to? She's like, no, I really need to speak with him personally.
Personally?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I'm his wife. You can leave the message with me. She says, well, that's okay. When is he going to be in, and I'll just call back. And
Well, this girl's got nerve.
I was like, this is his wife, and if you can't leave a message with me, you're not going to be able to talk with him because I usually am the one answering the phone.
And?
So she proceeds to tell me that she has a little boy that's 7 years old, and that she thinks that he may be the father of this child.
Okay.
And after I did all the research and the dates and everything, the period when we were split up, that time when I was pregnant, is when he would have had to sleep with her. She told me the kind of car we were driving, where we lived, everything. Anyway, we had to go do a whole DNA test and everything. He ended up not being the father, but that was like after we'd been together all these years, and here comes the same girl calling me back. She looked our number up to call us to tell us she thought that he might be the father of her son.
Brutal.
So I was just like, after that, right after that, our marriage just totally fell
Yeah,
apart.
hopefully
I was
you're.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And
All right.
thank you for the call.
like, okay, thanks.
Man, good stories.
The best of the Morning X. Thanks for listening. We hope there's no permanent damage. 99X.
Hey y'all, it's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.